All of that is what politicians brought here. We must treat everyone on the same footing. It's not because you are in the government that you should have particular advantages in your area. There must be an industrial zone in each region, so that the children of the region are employed in these different industries that will be created there. It had been a while he made such a speech. Aside from the display of intelligence, mastery of his system, territory, and what is going on in Africa as a whole, Captain Ibrahim Traore, while in Manga, located in the center-south region of Burkina Faso, during the graduation ceremony for the 24th class of active officer cadets, delivered a speech that carries deep emotions and meaning. This was a profound tribute to the brave souls on the front lines, a bold vision for a self-sufficient future, and an impassioned call for unity in the face of both internal challenges and external manipulation. This was more than just a policy address. It was the living evidence of a revolution, grounded in the belief that the true strength of a nation lies in the hands of its own people, relentlessly striving for a future where every seed planted, every road built, and every mind trained contributes to an unbreakable, sovereign homeland. Make sure you listen all through, and please share your thoughts with us in the comments section. This is Uplifting Africa. But I must admit that it is with immense pleasure that we are here this morning for these fruitful discussions, and also to take the opportunity to share the continuation of our vision, the ongoing perspectives, so that we can together chart our course. As they said, stay on this course until the final objective. I would like first and foremost to pay tribute to all our fighting forces who are on the ground, be they the National Armed Forces, the Internal Security Forces, the VDP, the Kogel-Wogo, everyone who works to ensure these forces have intelligence and can progress on the ground. We pay tribute to them, and it is thanks to them that we can today find ourselves in certain forests to plant medicinal trees, as we launched this morning. And it is thanks to them that we can also gather here to commune and exchange on the development of our homeland. We chose the South Central region for the launch of our reforestation campaign, but especially for medicinal plant groves. Because in the health system, we are undergoing a reform to incorporate our medicinal plants, which are cultural values we have long held. Our ancestors treated themselves with these plants, and even today, we treat ourselves with plants. We therefore want to develop this aspect so that we have the choice to treat ourselves with plants, or with modern medicine, or by combining the two. And moreover, our researchers are working tirelessly to allow us to refocus on our plants. And I think they have already discovered many medicines with well-defined dosages from our medicinal plants, which contain natural molecules that are quite good for treating many ailments. Manga is also renowned for its traditional medicine, so we chose to be in this region to launch, and the activity will continue throughout the territory in the different provinces. And we hope in the coming years to have such groves in all departments of Burkina Faso, and that all our scholars in this field can also express their talents. I planted a small forest on my small farm, and every day I go there and am under the trees. I am very happy. It brings a pride that cannot be expressed. So I urge everyone to plant, maintain, and watch the tree grow. It's truly a pleasure. Many grievances have been raised through the exchanges just now, but they can be summarized in a few key points, because the grievances overlap. And I will go point by point, or rather grouped points, to explain where we are and where we are going, because it is very important at every moment to be able to exchange and tell you what stage we are at and where we are heading. That is also the revolution. The revolution is to communicate and make the people, the popular masses, understand what we are doing and where we are going. And as long as we don't communicate, we cannot understand each other. So there is a constant need, whenever the opportunity arises, to communicate. You see that the enemies of the nation do not lack, in any case, ink or saliva to speak, well, I would say, against Burkina or against the AES. And it goes without saying that we too must communicate as best we can, so that the rest of the world understands that what they say about Burkina is not necessarily true. And I want to salute the presence of Mr. Onana among us, an international Cameroonian footballer who came to support his brother Bertrand for the activities of his foundation, and who accompanied us this morning to the forest there for the planting, and who are currently in the hall here. And I think it's a proof. I think it's a tangible proof of what we are seeking in our struggle, that Africa unites. And I said it. There is no border between Cameroon and Burkina. We are Africans. That is the priority. Being in Europe, they are Africans. Being in Africa, they are Africans. And so, there is no reason for us to put up barriers between us. And I hope that all Africans can unite, following the example they are giving us. And also, secondly, it's a message he came to convey, because it's certainly not easy for everyone in England to understand the situation in Burkina with the imperialist media that spreads all sorts of things. This morning, in any case, he was in the forest with us. We did the planting, we drove together, and we are here. So I think that back in Manchester, you will make him understand that Ouagadougou is not in chaos, as they say. We know war, certainly, but we are continuing the fight, and we will recover the entirety of our territory and secure it. That is the objective. So thank you again to all these ambassadors who spread the message that Burkina remains standing. Let's talk about the issue of infrastructure, transport infrastructure. And I was just telling certain authorities that it's a crucial problem for all of Burkina Faso. We don't have enough roads. We have very few roads, and the few roads we have are deteriorating. So, it's an observation we've made. The road networks suffer a lot. That's why we decided to launch the Faso Mbogo initiative, which is only at its beginning. But the objective is to provide each region with a road construction brigade. And the first brigades have arrived. You've heard about it. God willing, in a few days, other brigades will be here. And we want every region to have its brigade before the end of the year. Once each region has its brigade, generally the recruitment, meaning the majority of the workforce, will be done in the region to build the roads of the region. So I invite you to embrace this initiative, to make the initiative your own when your brigade is there, to do everything possible so that it can quickly build the maximum number of roads you desire. And we will continue in that direction, so that even the rural tracks you spoke of, everything will be built. That's the objective. So, by 2026, normally, we should build many roads. We have ambitions to build thousands of kilometers each year. And if we talk about thousands of kilometers, it means that necessarily the roads you mentioned here, whether from Po going towards the north, from unspecified city, going towards the border, Guelongo, Zeko, everything must be paved by then. So your brigade will come, and you will take care of it. So you will welcome it, and you will get to work, so that everyone puts their hand to the plow, and you will build your roads yourselves. You will maintain your roads yourselves. And so, I count on everyone when the brigade comes to contribute, whether you are an economic operator or a producer. Everyone must contribute to the construction of these transport infrastructures. Regarding the health aspect, I think the Manga Regional Hospital, CHR, is practically finished, and I think many things may be missing, but the ministry is working tirelessly to equip all CHRs. And we found situations where minimal imaging equipment was non-existent. I remember last year or the year before, I visited Po at the officer cadet's graduation, and I heard that in that large city, there wasn't even an ultrasound machine. No device to perform an ultrasound when a woman needed one. But we were able to solve the problem, but it was only a temporary fix. This is to tell you how poorly equipped our hospitals truly were. But the ministry is working tirelessly, and I think many devices are being installed, whether imaging machines, dialysis machines, and many other things. It's ongoing, so all those who have not yet been served, I can assure you that you will be served, and you will no longer need to travel to large centers for certain examinations. The same applies to geriatric units for the elderly. So, they are thinking about a global model. It's true that in Ouagadougou, a model was launched in Koudougou, in Bobo Dioulasso. We had to halt construction first so that the ministry could think about a global model that can be implemented everywhere. That is, a single model, and not a model that will lose value in 5 to 10 years. Everything we want to build today, we want that in 50 years. People don't say it's outdated. We must build with longevity in mind. This is in the same vein. Even the Bobo-Ouaga highway, what was planned was just 2 lanes in each direction. But I said 2 lanes in each direction in 10 years would be obsolete. We need to aim for 3 lanes in each direction, or even 4 lanes in each direction, so that it is large enough, wide enough. So, everything we want to do in this regard, we are thinking about doing it sustainably. So, it may take a little time, but the ministry is working tirelessly. They will propose something to us very soon. In the same vein, regarding youth training, I fully agree that whether it's youth or women, we need to train ourselves and get employed, because no matter what anyone says, the state cannot employ everyone. That's impossible. But when it comes to rural areas, we are trying to make efforts through initiatives. I think today, many are managing to get by. In terms of plowing, in terms of seeds, in terms of inputs. People are managing to get by. The proof is that the region itself had a surplus last year in terms of production. We thank God for that. And I hope that this year again, you will exceed the production you achieved last year. But the need for training is enormous, because youth need to be able to take care of themselves, and women need to be able to be self-employed. That's why we have reformed the education system, to create a Ministry of Secondary Education and Vocational Training. We want to emphasize this vocational training. What is the reality? It is through this that we can truly create employment. Otherwise, let me give you an example. The economic operator, when he spoke, he talked about fabric threads and so on. It's a reality. We produce cotton in Burkina and we export it. We've been doing that since independence, and we're happy. They pay us. They set a price for the producers, right? They tell you, we pay at such and such a price. You produce. We take it. We leave. And that's it. We've taken a few bundles and we're happy. No, that's dangerous. We must transform. And I think we launched a project in Bobo recently, certainly for the Army Tax Force. It was supposed to open in unspecified month. But midway through execution, we deemed it necessary to expand to produce fabric that could be used for other civilian outfits, notably t-shirts, jeans, and everything that goes with it, and to produce yarn. This means the unit hasn't opened yet. We've given them additional time because the factory has become much larger than it was supposed to be. But the equipment is there. They are in full construction. During my last visit, I went to see, and it won't be the only factory. We need to establish them everywhere to transform our cotton. We must no longer sell our cotton, for example, raw. We must transform it on site, either into yarn or something else. Medical cotton and everything. Even today, you go to our pharmacies, absorbent cotton, or what doctors call it, compresses and so on. You pay, but it's cotton. We pay your kilo of cotton at 200 and something CFA francs. We transform it. You go and pay a few grams at 1,000 francs. But it's vocational training that can lead us to create or maintain machines that will allow us to transform that. That's why we're focusing on it. And all our production, by the way, agricultural production, we need to train our mothers, our sisters in transformation, because today they try to do it on a small scale, but we need to do it on a large scale. Otherwise, everything we export raw, and then we go and pay for the finished product again. It's just our jobs that we're exporting. We're focused on this because it's a challenge. We must succeed. Today, I like to use concrete examples. I say, well, I'll take, for example, Madame Governor. And when you come home in the evening, you have a coat rack, perhaps. Something where you hang your clothes, right? I bet most of you have that in your homes. But where do you go to buy it? It's rare for our carpenters to make wooden coat racks. People have pillars with small arms, towel racks. What are they called? You remove the bar, you hang it up. You pay for that. The economic operators will tell us where they go to buy them. It's in Dubai. It's in China. You go and buy them, but it's just metal with a few small branches. Are we not capable of manufacturing that here? Do you understand a little? The last time, I was telling the ministers about the school benches. You see how they are? We take a truck to transport school benches from Ouagadougou, from Manga, even to a village. We put maybe 40 school benches in it. It's full. But can't we think about creating a table that can fold and unfold? Then the truck transports more. It's easier even for the students there on site, and everything. They found the formula. They will popularize it. There are many things we are capable of doing, but I tell myself, all of this are the effects of colonization. The spirit has been somehow blocked, and we have been told that we must consume, yet we must create. And you must believe in yourselves. If we don't believe in ourselves, we cannot succeed. And that is the purpose of our permanent communication. Youth must believe in themselves. Everyone must believe in themselves. And it's possible. Today, we are scouting for talent everywhere, inventors and all. We are waiting to set up, as I said last time, a center that will be like an incubator so that you do vocational training. It's true, but we will do practical work and we must create many things ourselves, on site. There is no reason for us to pay for everything outside. We buy everything from abroad. It's jobs that we are giving to other countries. Do you agree with me? Go home, look, there are many utensils, many items at home. You ask yourself, but why can't we manufacture them here? Why should we pay to buy them abroad? It's the same thing in the army where I said, well, I'm not ordering any more armored vehicles, it's over. We manufacture them, either we succeed or we succeed. That's what's happening now. What we ordered, that has arrived, that's it. What's on its way, that's it. But it's over. We're not ordering anymore.
Captain Traore, brother, I speak to you today as a private citizen of Jamaica and also as a son of the Most High. Your message, which was sent, resonated with millions across the Caribbean. Your courageous stand and message have galvanized our spirits, Captain, and we stand in solidarity with you and the people of Burkina Faso. We see in you a warrior for justice, a champion of dignity for the people of Burkina Faso and indeed for Africa. We honor the legacy of great leaders like Thomas Sankara, Kwame Nkrumah, and others who have paved the way for visionaries like yourself. Their struggles and sacrifices have not gone in vain, brother, evidenced by the fact that the universe is indeed conspiring in your favor, Captain. The winds of change are blowing across this planet. Consciousness of humans are at an all-time high. Coupled with this, the table of justice is turning in favor of Africa. Therefore, we urge you to proceed with caution, but without fear. Your determination and leadership are an inspiration to us all, Captain. The dream of a United States of Africa with a strong and visionary leader like yourself at the helm is a beacon of hope for the continent as well as for the rest of the world. We send you our love, Captain, and the love of our millions across the Caribbean. May your journey be guided by wisdom, courage, and the unwavering support of your people. Peace and love, Captain Traore. May the spirit of Africa's greatness be upon you.